going on, everybody? How y'all do? How's everybody? Y'all having a good Friday? I hope so. I hope so. I'm so glad I'm able to come and hang out with y'all this Friday. And let's talk about the things that's been going on that I need to talk about. What's going on, Inspire? How's it going? For Grace, how you doing, girl? Get your snacks ready, cause we finna get in it. Hey, Widow Speak Talk Show. Hey, Corn Silk. Ocean City, Maryland. I enjoy Maryland. I haven't been out there often, but I have been, and I had a wonderful time. That's a beautiful place. All out there is beautiful, especially this time of the year, right when this fall is getting ready to come in. Those leaves start to change color, and it is something to behold all up around in there. The D, the V, what is it? Yeah, the D, the V, and the M, or the D, the M, and the V. Hey, Kanisha Kennedy, how you doing? Y'all come on in, come on in. Let's have some fun tonight. Okay, I need a laugh. I hope y'all need one too. Hey, Angela Woods. New York in the house. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. When I was young, in law school, I went to New York for a competition, bankruptcy competition, debate. It was the first time I had gone to New York. It was the first time that I got on a plane to fly. That was quite interesting. Terrifying, actually. But we were there for a week. After about 3 days, I looked up. Girl, I couldn't see no trees. I looked up. I don't know why. I looked up, but I looked up, and all I saw was buildings, concrete, no trees. It wasn't a panic attack, but like a claustrophobic type of thing. I was ready to go home. I looked up, I couldn't see no trees. I looked down and couldn't see no grass, and I did not understand. Now, I love New York for a 3-day weekend, baby. When anytime I come out there, New York never sleep, you can always find something to do. There's a party going on somewhere. Good eating is going down in New York. But, baby, y'all don't have no trees. Thank you for the super chat. Super sticker. Thank you for the super sticker. Widow Speak Talk Show. Y'all come on in. Come on in, baby. I was ready to go. Was ready to go. But I had fun in New York. I did. I thought I was gonna get end up, I don't know, trafficked, kidnapped. I don't know. Me and one of the other girls that was there from another school decided we were gonna go out on town, like we grown. So we gonna catch this taxi, right? So it's a nice guy, white Italian guy. Was like, come on, I'll show you guys the town. I'm like, okay, show us. And we let this man in our taxi. Now, just slow down. This was back in the 90s. I don't know if I do that now, but this was back in the 90s. So we let the man in the cab. We got us a local, gonna show us around. We're gonna have us a good time. And he tells the cab guy to go to this address. Guy does. He stops. He tells us to stay in the cab. He will be right back. The problem is he went down this alleyway. And wasn't nobody in the alley. But when he got to the door, you could tell he was having conversations with somebody. Like they had slid the door back and he was talking. Then they slid it back. The little door window, whatever they call it. And they let him in. Baby, when he went in that door, me and that girl said, are we waiting? And I said, well, I don't know what you're doing, but I'm not. This is too much like a I don't know, and I don't want to find out. We told that taxi to take off. We left that man. We don't know if we about to have the best time of our life or the last time of our life. Woo-hoo. Hey, baby. Hey, Brock. The old black church. Hey, Latanya Chappelle. Latanya said, my daughter said that no trees and panic is too loud for me. I can deal with the loudness, but baby, I'm telling you, I don't know. I don't know. That did something to me. Kanisha said, I felt like he needed to get him some booger sugar. Baby, I don't know what he went down that went down that alleyway to go get. But he should have told us. Baby, that looked like some NCIS. They was lastly, I did not want that Marshall man putting us on no milk cartons. Well, they wouldn't have put us on milk cartons because we weren't children. I didn't want nobody looking for us and putting pictures on trees and stuff. In hell, they ain't even got no tree. Well, putting pictures on the side of buildings. Come to Long Island. I've never been there. That'd be interesting. Everybody having a good time. We got enough folks in. I'm just killing time. Y'all know I got a plethora of stories because my life has been interesting. Not all of it good, not all of it right or righteous, but interesting nonetheless. So your girl just been killing some time. How's everybody doing? Your YouTube pastor is here and we are ready to talk. Hey, Grace Church, how is everybody this evening? We're going to get back on track, y'all. I know I got off track when I had the emergency surgery, but we're going to get it back going, okay? And I'm working on a grant. And because I had emergency surgery and I was out for 2.5 weeks, I got behind at work. So I've been pushing it, trying to get caught up. I did get caught up before Christmas. And then my intake officers and my court administrator went in there over the Christmas break, and I see I got my inboxes back full with more orders. So tomorrow I will commit some time to going back in there and clearing that back out. So I appreciate your patience and your understanding that your YouTube pastor is a real person and got a real job and a real life. Okay. So thank y'all so much for your patience. Thank y'all so much for hanging in there with me and not leaving the church sector. And now we're going to get back on track and let's get back in it. We're going to start 2025 out with a good year because we're going to come to you and we're going to put in some work, okay? And what I want and what I need y'all to do is to hit the like button, hit the share button, and hit the subscribe button. If you're new to the channel, you are welcome here. Everybody's welcome. I don't care what umbrella you fall under, you welcome. If you blind, you welcome. Put your ear up to the computer. If you're deaf, don't worry. Because with all of my animations, you're going to figure out. And if you just look, you gonna know we laughing and you'll be able to laugh too. All right. I hope everybody's doing well. So listen, if you come over here, you don't have to agree, but we don't have problems and we don't cause confusions. We don't personally attack people over here because you can disagree without being disagreeable. Listen, in the description box, we got the fair use notice down there. I got my email address down there and my Patreon where you all can find me. All right, let's get into these topics on tonight. Y'all ready? TD Jake said, ooh, should I be calling his name? Get ready, get ready, get ready. Y'all know I love TD Jake. Y'all, hey Nisa, y'all been out there talking about my preacher friend. Y'all been out there putting him over there with the Diddies. with the Freaknik party. Oh, it ain't Freaknik party. It's the the freaky parties. My pastor friend TD Jakes ain't been to the freaky parties. I'm gonna stand on that until somebody show me a video that shows otherwise. Now, let's talk about it. Let's go on. I got it last, but I'm here now. So we might as well go on and talk about it. Unless you have been under a rock somewhere, there's been a lot going on between Larry Reid, this guy named Youngblood, and TD Jakes and other unnamed co-conspirators. There's Ray say, sis, it's freak out parties, some type of other parties. I know these ain't parties the YouTube pastor can go to. Would I want to go? Yes. Yes, I would. Would I want to see? Absolutely. I am curious. Would I be afraid to? On the off chance that I end up on the video? Right. That's why I ain't going. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. There's a difference between being at the freaky party because you're curious and you want to be a participant. There are individuals that go to the Disney World and to the Disneyland. They got all of the rides. Do you want to go and see what's happening? Yes. Do you want to get on the ride? No. Now, the difference is it okay for me to go see what's at the Disney World? Yes. Should I be at the Diddy party? No. At least not the one that happens after 10. And definitely not the one that starts after 12. And you sure can't be at the one that's happening at 3 a.m. Because the way it looked like there was a multiplicity of parties happening over there at the Diddy camp, it wasn't just one. Hey, Overcome I Am 6. It wasn't just one. See, this is what I don't think a lot of us have a full understanding of the freak off parties. Okay. Of the freak out party. Now, everybody know Diddy has been arrested. Diddy is now in jail and charged with sex trafficking and a whole bunch of other stuff. He has applied, I think, 3 times now, 3 or 4 times, attempting to get a bond. He has offered to put up $50 million. He has offered to wear an ankle monitor. He has offered to pay for a fund himself. Security. And the judge has said no each time. And so he remains in jail for these charges without a bond. Now, I'm going to say something. I know y'all know my profession is a judge, but right now, can I just be human and make a human response that y'all won't cancel me over? Can I just make a human observational response? Is it okay for me to be human right now and y'all not hold me to some unrealistic standard because of the title behind my name? Because I just want to be honest and say one thing about Diddy. But y'all got to tell me it's okay. Twinkie in here say the dope happens at 3 a.m. too. Hey there, Sister Pastor. Hey, Sharon. How you doing, darling? I hope your holidays have been good. And Judge, please let us know how you feel about the Jay-Z matter. I'm coming, Desiree. Don't push me too fast. You know when the preacher in the pulpit preaching, and he says something good, and he start moving in a good direction, and the musicians get a little excited, and they start wanting to hit that little tune. You know, that little running tune to help push the pastor on, and the pastor said, hold on, don't push me so fast. I ain't ready to go there just yet. What did Denzel say? Kadisha said, Denzel said it been leave before the devil arrives. Tweaking here said, only if it's about the dope. Go ahead and be human. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much. I think Diddy is a dumb me. I think Diddy is stupid. I think Diddy is so full of himself that common sense has been packed up, put in a box, and shipped to a whole nother country. Because how stupid, how dumb, how slow, how arrogant must you be to look out into the diaspora and see Jeffrey Epstein went to jail and never came out. R. Kelly went to prison, and we don't know if we ever going to see that ninja again. And Russell Simmons flew his out the country and went to Bali. And we know we ain't going to see him over here no more. But you, sir, thought so highly of yourself and your money, your power, your position, and your connections that you felt like it wouldn't happen to you. You sound like the slow children. And I don't mean slow as in something wrong with them slow, but just an inability to critically think. Because you think that the 16 other folks that went ahead of you fell in the ditch, but somehow everybody went up there, fell in the ditch, but somehow you felt like the ditch wasn't for you. Ditch ain't gonna get me. I know the ditch got everybody else, but the ditch won't get me. I'm gonna be in New York, and I'm gonna turn myself in on the day and the time that I have decided. First of all, you should have left the country. Because with the same amount of money you got inside the country, you'd have had it if you'd have been out of the country. Did you know that, Diddy? Did you know you could have moved your money out the country and fought and dealt with this while you was out the country? The dumbest thing that you did, and I don't know if this was your decision or the decision of your legal counsel. I have no idea how you tell Cassie, I'm not going to pay you a dime, or you going to take what I give you. Knowing this woman had proof, evidence, and support of the low-down, dirty mess you did to her, Diddy. Then you let her file suit, then you turn around and pay her off the next day. Sending a message to everybody else that, come on, if you file, I'm going to pay you off too. Then you open the floodgates that start to now affect everybody else's life who was attached to you. Because here's the big question. They said they got video off of all of his camera systems and that they're, whoever was there were there. Now, the question is whether or not these other people that were there that may show up on the video. It is said that Denzel was on the video, and that's why he found the Lord. And people have asked me what I felt about that, and I say, can you think of anybody else he needs to find? Because even, let's say you were there, right? And maybe on the video, they don't capture you doing nothing. But you there, which means you seen something. And now you put me in jeopardy of having to, or possibly being subpoenaed to come into court and now have to testify on other people that I got good relationships with about what I saw them doing at your party. Now you done brought the bishop into it. And all he did was show up to the day party. I want y'all to know there's a multiplicity of parties going on over there at Diddy's house. Now, because you showed up at the concert during the day, or the night dinner time party that starts about 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, they say, generally around about 7 o'clock, you may not see nothing. You may not have experienced nothing but dinner, drinks, and a good time. But somewhere around 10, 11 o'clock, the first level of change begins to happen. Between 12 and 1, there's a second gear. Now third, that's the third gear. The third gear kick in. And then somewhere between 3 and 6 a.m. in the morning, there's a whole nother gear that kicks in. And I guess that's the gear where all of the 1,000 bottles of baby oil is needed. So just because y'all saw Pastor T.D. Jakes at the concert, at the day party, at the evening party that starts at 7 and everybody leaves at 10, doesn't mean T.D. was there for the second gift, for the second tier, and the third tier, and the fourth tier. Fabian said, I never would have paid Cassie. Women have been being abused. Baby, you, ooh, baby, baby, you going to hell. Baby, you going to hell. I never would have paid Cassie. Women have been being abused and in a relationship for years. Hold on, baby. Women have been, but that don't make it right. That don't make it right. Diddy did that girl dirty. He did that girl dirty. My godson asked me about it, and he was like, I don't understand. I people have, threesomes, orgies, whatever. Do all that kind of stuff all the time. My sexual proclivities, just because I want to have 3 or 4 people, doesn't make it criminal. I told him no, as long as everybody are adults and everybody consents, sure. All you need to do is sign an NDA. Keep my business in here. But the allegations and the charges go to there not being consent. There are allegations that there were minors at these parties. And I don't care whether, listen, if a parent, I saw this this video, they were doing an expose about the Diddy thing or whatever. And there's a picture of a young white kid being at a Diddy party, day party. There's a picture of the kid, Diddy hugging the kid. The kid was the son of some, I don't know, press people. And he was on the thing talking about how he felt like it wasn't right for him to be at a Diddy's party. First of all, it's in the daytime. Second of all, you with your parents. I can't put that on Diddy. The question you need to be asking is, why would your parents take you to a Diddy party? Were you the entrance key? Were you the entrance fee? So they can be in the party? You better ask your mama and your daddy. Don't ask Diddy. Ask your mama and your daddy why they brought you to the party. The dope was paying here. Judge, I would have gotten out of the country too. Yeah, and bro, I got all the video. I got the proof that I did it. Baby, once they raided that house, though, it became very difficult for him to pack up and leave. I think he was trying. I ain't gonna say he was trying to get out of the country when they stopped him. I don't know where he was going, but once they stopped him and raided that place, that was it. He was stuck. And then they watching you. Then they watching. 80% said 11 o'clock they started pushing the furniture against the wall. Ooh, 80% SEMA. Ooh, they about to get it in. They say they had a big couch in there. Everybody. Oof. Too many fluids for me. One of my favorite YouTubers. Who are that? No, he said that the parents kept him there. They started at the daytime and they were there to the night. Now, they wasn't there with the extra stuff, but they were there, he said, till about 10 o'clock. He saw some things he don't think a young boy should have seen. He probably should, because even at those parties, he still have naked women walking around his place. He got a naked woman laying on the table with sushi or food or some laying all on her body. I mean, the boy been run around and pick up a grape and he didn't square something he ain't got no business squeezing, and now we got all kinds of issues. He over there thinking he finna squeeze, he finna pick up this grape. Gonna rip the wrong thing. Here we got problems. And he done traumatized the child. He done tore some woman's nipple off. What do you think the raise were to convict Diddy or to protect the elite on those videos? I don't know, y'all. I think no, I don't think it was to protect. Well, interesting. Interesting question. Interesting question. I don't know. I hadn't thought about that. It's a good question, though. I don't know if it was done to protect the people, though. I think that Diddy pissed somebody off. Probably was the people, those business owners surrounding his deal with Ciroc and De Leon and all of that kind of stuff, because it wasn't, if y'all notice, out of all the dirty mess Diddy has done and got out of, none of this stuff started to stick until after he decided to go public and start telling folks that those people were racist and they were not giving him all of his money. He put those rich people on the spot, which white, which Jewish, because that's usually whichever one, the people say is move, make the world move. One of them, both of them, all of them. But he started talking about them folks over there with that alcohol. And after talking about them folks over there about that alcohol and putting them folks on Front Street, everything Diddy started putting his hands on, started crumbling and coming on down. Then I would just say this, and a natural process of life, right? You can't do dirty forever and not have some dirt splash back on you. So every dog got his day, and a good dog got two. Sheriff said, well, the liquor company overseas are reputed to be mom. Well, there you go. Judge, I believe that is what happened also. But you got all this open, and now you got everybody out here quiet and scared. And now this was used to bring my good pastor, T.D. Jakes, into the situation, and it opened a door for Larry Reid to come after. Now, I ain't going to hit this long, but I'm going to hit it heavy. I want to ask Larry Reid a question. Are you well? Are you well? Because you have confused me in the last few months. Larry, you started last year, 2023, telling us that T.D. Jakes had groomed Manasseh, or attempted to groom Manasseh, or had groomed Manasseh, and that Manasseh was going to sue him and get paid. You started that in 2023. You told us that a lawsuit was coming around January, February, and it didn't come. Then you said it was coming in April and it didn't come. Then you said it was coming around the summer, around July, and it didn't come. Then you said you was going to stop talking about it until it happened. Then you started bringing up and talking, in the midst of talking about Manasseh, you kept talking about these imaginary people who had these imaginary stories that you called testimonies about their experiences with T.D. Jakes and that they were coming. And then all of a sudden, nobody came. You came back and told us that pretty much the reason why nobody came to you so that you could put the story out is because they had gotten paid. And you talked about it like you knew about it. All of this with Manasseh, with the other folks, and now with Young Blood, you jump up and you talked every time you brought your slick head to the internet and talked in a way to make it clear to everybody listening that you were locked in and that you knew what you were talking about. You did not supply any proof whatsoever. And Larry, let me tell you something. You built your reputation and people started liking you because even if they didn't like you, they couldn't say that you wasn't lying because you came with receipts. Your whole thing was that you were the receipt Man, you talked about other YouTubers that came up on this YouTube screen. Beyonce's, Cowboy Carter, internet screen. You said they were not as authentic as you because you, Larry Reid, had the proof, had the receipts, had the evidence. Now, a lot of times you wouldn't put it out when you would initially come and tell us a story. But when people started talking and started talking like you were lying, you were not ashamed to come right back and do another live with the receipts. And you said that you had to start collecting receipts because not having them got you in trouble. And your one or two mistakes, you would never make them again. So now you record everybody, you video everything, and you getting text message, all of it. You got it. If it's a receipt, you got it. The only problem is between Manasseh, these other folks, and Youngblood, the only receipt you have brought up here on this internet with you is a picture of TD Jakes at a radio station is what it looked like. Talking about he was flexing his body, trying to flex his body, I guess to look good for Manasseh. No context whatsoever. And you're the main person who loves to run around after folks start jumping on you about the foolishness. When you bring foolishness to the internet and people start getting on you about your foolishness, then you want to run around and do a press tour talking about context. But you didn't give us no context when you showed us that picture of TD. You ain't brought us no receipts on nothing else. Then you bring Youngblood on your platform. Now, like everybody else, was not saying you are a low down sorry piece of rock. I wasn't doing that, Larry. I didn't call you a sorry piece of rock, a waste of good skin. I didn't say none of that. I waited for your interview with Youngblood, and I had just had my surgery, so I was laid up on the sofa, and I watched your interview with Youngblood. And I listened to how you worked hard to couch it and do everything, explain it in a way to try to help us be able to digest it. Sharon said, Larry, methinks he doth protest too much. Sharon, yes. Larry has been holding a grudge for Bishop since Carlton Pearson transitioned to not being able to manipulate the bishop. And my dogs. Well, I listened to it. And in listening to it, I want y'all to know, I reached out. I reached out to Youngblood. I reached out to Youngblood because I felt like maybe, just maybe, he could assist my parents with being able to keep a watchful eye on their children. Helping parents kind of see where the enemy can slip in. Because that's what Larry kind of said, keep, stop it, be quiet. Y'all give me a sec. All right, thank y'all. Time you say, I got Jack Sissu's mind do it every time the Lord is using you good. God is using you just. Thanks so much. Thanks so much, Tangela. Thanks so much, Tangela. Thank my Sissu's over there acting up. That's just the devil don't want me to stay focused. Y'all listen to me because I'm talking good. I thought there could be some benefit, and I thought Larry was going to bring that out. And I wanted that to be the gist of the conversation, because let me tell you what disturbed me. And I don't know if this was number one or number two, because people are telling me that there were two parts, and I didn't know it was two parts, so I don't know which part I watched. But the part I watched, well, it had to be number one. It had to be number one. Or maybe it was number two. I don't know. But the one I watched, Larry took great pleasure. And I don't know if this video is still up, because I hear from Mad Church Disease and I think St. James. Maybe, I don't know. I can't remember now. But I know, y'all know I watched St. James. That's our prelate. That's Grace Church musician and choir director. And Mad Church Disease. That's Marcellus. I watch him. So I'm watching these guys, and I'm hearing them say that maybe they over there trying to take down videos or edit the videos and different things they trying to do with the videos. So I don't know if that video is still in its original state or still up at all. But during the interview, when Youngblood got to the point of telling why he originally got arrested and went to jail, was for the kid that was at the church. I think he was 15 or 16. Somebody then, he said at some point in time that he changed the age of the boy from 15 to 16 to 17 or 18. I don't think it could have been 17 to 18, because if it's legal in Mississippi at 17 and you're adult at 18, that's probably where it is across the state. So in order for him to go to jail and be charged as a sex offender, that means that child would have to be considered a minor. So he shouldn't be out changing dates, because that's just a fact. But when he got to the point where he was saying how that incident happened, he was not specific about what did happen, but just gave us a picture of kind of what happened. Now, what happened. Larry Reid, it disturbed me, and I'm not gonna lie. And y'all know, I don't have no issues with Larry. Now, when Larry go off the rails, that's when I have something to say, and it's the only time I have something to say. Larry got an opinion just like I do, and he can disagree with me, and I have definitely disagreed with him and given my opinion. But unless it is just an issue, I don't have nothing to say about Larry and no other YouTuber. All of us are here to give our opinion and try to change the world the best we know how, and I hope we're all doing it from a good place. But there was something wrong. Larry got great pleasure. The guy said what he said, and then he moved on. He moved on. Tried to. Larry brought him, come back. Don't, you're moving too fast, black man. Come back. Pause right here. Now tell me again. You and the young boy was at the church, and what happened? Where did y'all go? Now tell us specifically what happened. Why, Larry? I mean, he was on this guy to break down to great detail specifically what he had done to this young boy. Why? And then his whole demeanor changed and his language changed. He started trying to be fun, playful, but he was being very sexual and all out of doggone order, in my opinion. It was like he was getting excited and wanted to hear about the explicit details of what this grown man did with this child. And what it made me go to was this. You want to sit up here and vilify TD, but you gonna hold, wait, let's go back. Because now that I'm in it and I'm talking about it, I'm getting real irritated about it. Hey, say James, how in the holy hell is you gonna vilify TD for wanting to hug and kiss an adult? He's a young adult, but at 18, his ass was grown. You were not being groomed. How you going to be groomed, sir? According to you and your version of events, this is the first time you had met TD. And from the first time you met him, he automatically felt comfortable enough to expose his most vulnerable aspect of himself with an 18-year-old kid he don't know nothing about. At the height of who he was. TD that reckless. TD that reckless. Have we ever known TD Jakes to be that reckless? Because if he was that reckless with you, young blood, he was that reckless with every other man he was out there trying to, hook up with. Because unless it's something about you that we don't know and you have not expressed to us, as far as we know, as far as we've heard, as far as we've seen as it relates to receipts, evidence, and support, you the only one he had made an advance toward. That man ain't groomed you, seeing you one time. One time. If he was grooming you, he'd have to see you multiplicity of times. And every time he saw you, he would have to engage you into a grooming conversation. When did that happen, sir? Because you've yet to tell us. When did it happen, Larry? Hey, Tasha Globe. Larry, you forgot you was in an interview and you forgot that you were supposed to have been spinning this story and you got caught up in it. And as the facts started running out, your true nature kicked in and who you were showed up that day. Oh, yes, it did. Oh, yes, it did. Tasha Glover, I could not finish watching that interview. My spirit was bothered. Baby, it did something to me. I was watching it and listening to it good until I saw that demon rise up. And yes, ma'am, yes, sir, that's exactly what it is. How in the world do you become excited about hearing about a grown man molesting a child? He got excited. He started laughing. He started making sexual connotations and jokes and things. It was out of order. You can be whatever kind of strange preacher you want to be. You want to preach about the stars, preach about them. You want to preach about the dirt, go dig some up, all multiplicity of colors. Do what you want to do. But to sit here and publicize on your platform your excitement about hearing that explicit information, brother, what are you well? Are you well? Rod says he did get excited. I've said this over and over again. It's disturbing. It's disturbing. No. Be specific. Be specific. You're going to vilify TD. Let's just, for argument's sake, let's say it's true. And he did attempt to hug this man and kiss him. The boy was 18. And I ain't saying it's right, but he still was an adult. I ain't saying it right, but he still was an adult. We know that 18-year-olds are just as dumb as 15-year-olds. Yes, they are. Bless their heart. They're a little smarter. They're a little smarter. But he's an adult. And you didn't kiss him. You did the Matrix move. You did the Matrix move on him. So it was a miskiss. I think St. James, a Mad Church Disease, said it's a stolen kiss. A missed kiss. A stolen hug and a missed kiss. And we want to vilify TD. But he's sitting here with this card-carrying pedophile on your live stream. And you are upholding him, and we should, brother, the way you sold this, brother, we should have invited him in the house, fixed him a nice lunch, gave him a bed to lay his head in. But you want to vilify. Not only did young blood do the deed in the first place, he knew. He never would say this specifically. Larry wanted to hear something specific, but he kept letting him ride over this fact. What you go back to prison for? You said it wasn't because you messed with another kid, but that a child called the church office and the secretary was having a conversation with the child and you overheard the conversation. Two things. You never called the person that was on the phone talking to the secretary about the conversation. You overheard a child. But that's what it had to be. Because you are a convicted sex offender, which means you are a registered sex offender, which means you can't be around children. But you kept riding over that. I was at the church office and a call came through and my assistant answered it and I overheard the conversation. Overheard the conversation with who? Larry, you never asked for specifics on that. But you wanted the specifics of how this pedophile sexually assaulted a minor male child. That was disturbing. But you did all that and you did it proud. And for those of us who didn't get on the bandwagon and give you the rah, that you brought that type of individual on your platform, I thought you was bringing him because you was going to get him to teach parents. This is who you need to be looking for. It don't matter if the brother in the suit. Don't matter if the brother is a preacher. Look for these signs. We got none of that. Heard a whole bunch of stories about a whole bunch of preachers that was supposed to have mishandled this young boy. And I'm not saying that's right. I'm not justifying that at all. And there's another lady that came out from the church that he said the other apostle, bishop, preacher, pastor was from. That woman said it's true. She said it was true about that church and that pastor. Ain't nobody came out and told you nothing being true about TD. Larry, you came out here on these YouTube streets and said you knew the people who were paying off everybody. You knew that the people had been paid out. You came out here and said that you had been talking to Youngblood all the while he was in prison. You knew everything that was going on. You were going to facilitate and put him in touch. Remember, you kept telling TD to pay him off. If I was you, I'd write a check. I'd pay him off. If I was you, I'd write a check. Well, what do you know that we don't know that would cause TD to write a check? Where is that evidence, Larry? Where are those receipts, Larry? We don't need the press tour. We need the receipts, sir. I've had to say this to my own clients. Because when I was practicing law, I would ask my clients, well, is your car red? Allegation is a red car came by the house, gun came out, sprayed my house, and it's his red car. And I asked my client, is your car red? And instead of him, and this is an example, instead of him saying yes or no, he say, man, I ain't seen that boy since elementary. And he ain't like me then. And then I was dating this girl a couple of years ago, and they say that used to be his girl. She said they wasn't dating. I don't know. They probably were effing around, but not really just into. And I'm sitting there listening. You done told me about everything and everybody except, is your car red or not? And that's what Larry does. When he get hit in the face, when the people help him understand that you have crossed the line, you've gone too far, you are out of order, then he wants to jump on the press tour and go around to the different YouTubers and explain and do all this and do all of that, but never address the issue. And then when you called him to the task, then he get upset. Conscious TV, who has popped in over here a couple of times. And me and Conscious don't have no problem. I don't have no problem with Conscious. To be honest, the guy's kind of funny. He really is. Conscious, he really is. Not all the time, but sometimes, my boy's off the chain. But Larry did a press run over there on Conscious TV. And I must admit, I'm telling you now there was a period where Conscious was out here windmilling for Larry. Windmilling. But Larry ran on over there, and I must admit, Conscious didn't drag it. And he definitely didn't throw him under the bus. But he set his ass out there on the curb. He didn't drag it. He didn't throw him under the bus. But he said Larry right out there on that curb and said, now listen, you're going to wait on the bus to get here. Larry got upset. Got upset with Conscious. Yes, he did. My. Yes, he did. And I want you to know, Conscious, I'm proud of you, brother. You slid back a little bit, and I understand why, and that's okay. But I appreciate your ability to hold fast to some integrity. Thank you. If nobody else has said it to you, let me tell you. Thank you. And if anybody real good friends with Conscious TV, please send him this. He did. He had to slide back a little bit. Larry pushed him back a little bit. And I understand. It's okay. We ain't tripping. But you held his feet to the fire for as long as you could. And I want to say thank you, because it shows your integrity and that you are for what's right and for what the truth is. regardless of who you are and what the situation relationship may be. If you're right, you're right, and if you're wrong, you're wrong. And if I can't stand in what's right, even if being right means not being on your side or not being what you feel like is supported, then bro, we cannot be. Because nobody is right 24/7, not even me. And yes, sometimes it can be hard for me to admit that I'm wrong. But you trust and believe. You come to me and you tell me the one thing I do got is a good godly spirit. And I'm, even if I can't receive it when you first bring it to me, trust. Trust. It ain't good went in one end, went out the other. But when you see that your version is the only version that can be, no, baby. No, baby. Tasha Global, narcissistic abuse tactics, deflection and avoid. Yes, I'm going to have to agree with you, sister. Yes. St. James says, show did. Show did. It was funny. Every time Larry would try to throw up one of his little reasons, Conscious would come back and say, but Larry. Every time he would say, but Larry. Come on, Conscious. Larry, you were wrong. And that's why TD filed a lawsuit, and that's why TD is fixing to drag you into it. And that's the exact same reason why you backpedaling and popping. Because that's what you've been doing. Now all of a sudden you ain't said nothing about TD. Now all of a sudden you and TD best friends. Y'all go to lunch every Sunday. Y'all pray together. Sprinkle oil on each other. Oh, I love it. You love it. And I ain't saying that you had no ill will towards TD. But baby, this last year, you and TD have not been friends. Y'all ain't been out on the boat. You ain't been to the freak out parties with TD. But now all of a sudden, you don't know nothing. I saw a video where Larry came out and said going forward, he ain't gonna have nothing, he ain't got nothing else to say to Young Blood. You didn't put this man out of here. You didn't put this man out here. And now that the mess is blowing back on you, because what did I say? You can't keep doing dirt to folks and putting dirt out here on folks and pushing dirt, meanness, nastiness, gotta get you back, gonna set you up, gonna hang this over your head, gonna use this to make you build to my will. Baby, you can't keep slanging dirt, mud, mess, and think ain't none of it gonna splash back on you at some point in time. Are you well? Sharon says, so one time you thought you were wrong, but you were mistaken. No, it's been more than one time. It's been more than one time. Now I'm probably going to be flipping, be like, I ain't wrong, you wrong. But don't worry. It's not coming in one ear and going out the other. Okay? But it's been more than one time. I've been wrong a lot. Sure. Hey, Lexus, drive first class. Hey, Judge, I pray right now that Bishop J had not been sprinkling anything on Larry Reid. Hey, TD, I mean, Diddy got all that baby all over there. Go in there and bless it. Jesus, Lord Jesus, help me. Oh, God, that's not right. Don't bless the baby all. Leave that baby. Leave that baby all alone. Lexi said, don't be sprinkling nothing. If Bishop J has been doing anything, Larry Reid, I want my women that are losing mega fit. No, I ain't saying. Lexus, if oh God, I'm sorry, I just spit all over my computer. Jesus, Lexus, if you get your money back, let me know who you contacted. I got thousands of dollars I need to get back from TD. That's enough for a down payment. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. Oh God, I took my niece to Mega Fest. Lord have mercy. Now I ain't gonna want my money back because I took my niece to Mega Fest and God help knows it changed her life and mine too because I had peace. Hey, in my house. Oh God. Oh man, I'm just kidding around. Love you. We having fun. We having fun, baby. That's what we do. We laugh and have fun over here. Oh my God. If you get your money back, baby, I want mine too. Oh, them woman I lose videos and VHS tapes. I don't even think a young person know what a VHS tape is. Oh my God, y'all. Oh man. Okay. baby. No, I'm telling Larry Reid, leave T alone. Because 1 minute you were going after his throat. The next minute when he filed that lawsuit and you see that you can be a co-conspirator, I haven't done anything. There's nothing for me to be worried about. I haven't done anything. No, you did a lot when you dragged your bald head out there in front of them internet streets and started telling folks all of what you knew that you knew. And since you know so much, how? And what part are you playing? Youngblood ain't came out here and said nothing about wanting to get paid. You are the one who keep coming out here talking about pay Youngblood. So it sounds like to me there's a little conspiracy. It is when two people agree. That's what a conspiracy is. When two people agree on a common outcome, and in agreeing to that common outcome, they also agree in the process about which they believe they can reach that outcome. That means that there's conversations that have to be had between two or more people and an understanding that this is what we are going to do and this is the outcome we are looking for. The only person between Youngblood and Larry Reid who keeps talking about anybody needing to pay anybody is Larry Reid. I didn't hear Youngblood tell TD to pay him on that interview. I didn't hear Youngblood even say that he was going to sue TD in that interview. But I did hear Larry Reid come out of that interview saying that he believed the check was going to be written. How you know all of this, Larry Reid? How do you know that TD needs to write a check to Youngblood unless there's been some conversation about what did and did not happen or occur between you and Youngblood? All jokes aside, that mega fest was mega. The Lord used Bishop Jake and all the other guests to bless my socks off. Amen. Can I tell y'all something? This was back in the 2000s. My niece came to live with me and I took her. Young teenage girl trying to find herself. So I took her to Mega Fest 1 year. And she did. She enjoyed it, and it did. Touched her and changed her life for the time being. But it did. I mean, seriously, honestly. No jokes aside about that. It did change her life. That was the first year. That's the first time that I had gone, and I got to hear Joyce Myers. I got to hear, it was this financial lady, y'all. Oh, hold on a minute. Susie Orman. He had Susie Orman there. And I was a little confused because Susie Orman is about finance, not about Jesus. So I was struggling at first with being receptive of her. And St. James. I think I want to bring, see how disrespectful. I want to call a meeting with the deacons. We're gonna have to have. I want to put. I want to bring. I got an alt. I got an alt against St. James, and I think we need to offer him his letter. If anybody don't know, Tasha Global just recently exposed Rosalind Wing for being the con artist that she is. Well, I'm not going to call her a con artist, but definitely a fraudster, since that's what the indictment charges her with. And that this was the financial investor that Larry Reid brought in front of his people over there in Patreon. He brought this woman, Rosalind Weems, over in his Patreon to tell his Patreon, do with your money what she tell you to do with it. And then she had told them to put it in stuff that the people didn't understand. So the people lost their money. And then Larry Reid started bringing the woman. Oh, this is my blood sugar, y'all. Larry Reid started bringing the woman into the Patreon, but he never came back and told the people in Patreon what had happened. Did y'all hear what I say? The man brought the woman over to the Patreon, to the people he's supposed to be protecting and covering. The woman cost them folks thousands of dollars. And Larry never came back and told them folks what had happened, what was going on, or nothing. And then when Tasha Global told it, she ain't right either. She went over there and told them folks, y'all been scammed. Tasha Global, that title you got, Scam for Jesus. Lose your soul. Baby, every time I see it, I holler. It's a play. Y'all know that movie on Netflix? Come on, Tasha, you know what it is. It's supposed to be, it's a parody off of the Eddie Long allegations. Is that funny? And so that movie is so freaking hilarious. Every time I see Tasha go scam for Jesus, lose your soul, I holler. Everyone I heard was good, but that doggone Cheryl Brady, I bet she still has not on her head for the shoes I was throwing at her when she preached. Baby, I'm telling the truth. But Susie Orman was the first. It was when, as I was struggling listening to her, the Lord said, would you please stop? If she's here and you're here, listen. And in listening to that woman, that was the light switch that came on in my head when it came to my finances. And I realized that I was not going to be as financially blessed or wealthy or free, whatever financial freedom that looks like, if I didn't change the mindset I had about money and do what needed to be done. I will say this about to Larry, that church brain thing you talk about. Yeah, because I had some church brain. God gonna fix it. Yeah, he is. He gonna fix it by putting you in the place you need to be to get the information you need to have. It's up to you to receive the information. Take the information, baby. Plant it. One man plant it, another man watereth, but it is God who brings the increase. And there is nothing wrong with being saved and wealthy. The two can be. Now, I don't know if you can be a billionaire. The man on Love is Blind said, being a billionaire is unethical. And the more and more I think about it, there may be some truth to that. Because I don't know a whole lot of billionaires that when you look at their company and how they run their business, it is not for the benefit of the people. It is for the benefit of the owner and the owner alone. And y'all better check out all these strikes and things. And I get it. Strike now while you can. But behind closed doors, Elon Musk is building robots to replace you. Don't go to sleep, y'all. As a judge, I couldn't really say a whole lot during that election process. I of course, y'all know I wanted to, but I couldn't. But what I'm saying now has nothing to do with the election. I just need y'all to be attentive, pay attention. When we had the Great Depression, the majority of America was struggling, poor, dirt, nasty, stinking poor, struggling. The majority of America. But there were a few people who were eating caviar, while some poor people were making mud pies. So while we were paying attention to the Republicans taking black jobs, nobody appreciated that if black jobs is going away, white jobs are too. Wasn't nobody paying attention. So I took that information, I applied that thing, and it changed my whole way of living when it came to my finances. And I'm in a much better financial position than I would have been had I not paid attention. If I had gotten up and walked out and went to buy books or buy this or buy that while that woman was dropping those nuggets, my life would be different. I have concluded that anyone that takes advice from Larry Reid needs prayer, but if they listen to him regarding God or finance, they're going to hell. Yeah, listen. Ooh, you killing me, girl. Good God, have mercy on her. Scam for Jesus. Just when you said that, I just heard the Lord say, that Judge Alicia, that's my child, but she played too much. That's Tasha Glover. That's Tasha Glover, baby. Tasha Glover says, scam for Jesus, lose your soul, baby. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I know I got influence over people, y'all. I just choose to try to use it for good. That's all. That's why I never be a billionaire. I care too much about people. I do. And I let people get away too much. I got a heart, y'all. I got a heart, and I swear it gets pulled at. It gets pulled at. But if you want to be a billionaire, either you can't have one, or you got to hire someone who doesn't have one, and you leave them alone and let them folk do their job. Because you're gonna have to do some folk dirty to be that rich. Now, I would love to be that rich, but I don't even know if I can stay that rich, because being that rich means, in my mind, ooh, I can fix that. Ooh, let's go over here, man. We're going to take care of that. And before you know it, when I'll be the first one, the first billionaire in the world. They only broke after 10 years. I've been trying to take care of all the problems. Oh, Lord, help me, Jesus. But y'all just be mindful. Be watchful. Keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes open. The Trump administration said they were going to do a mass deportation. We don't want others in here. Who are the others? Who are we talking about? You convinced Latinos that Latinos were others until they found out that the folks was talking about you, who may be family of the Latino that we gonna send out. If you got too much to say, you can go too. Now, Elon Musk say, well, we meant them, not these immigrants that we need to come over here, and I need to work in my Tesla plant because I got to get this battery fixed, and there doesn't appear to be anybody in the United States that has the qualities, abilities, or intellect to do this. But there's a guy over there in Ethiopia who didn't figure it out, and I need him over here. So we're going to give him a visa. I don't have no strawberries that need to be picked. So we don't need the skilled laborers that's willing to come over here and do that work. But I do need an engineer. Keep your eyes open. Because if our educational system is not able to develop, turn out, produce the engineers of such high quality that we need, what are you saying? That our educational system cannot produce that high level skill intellectual engineer? Nowhere. We don't have no university that can produce that person. That person only exists outside of the United States. Career goals, that director said, absolutely, I have brought that to my graduates' attention. I'm just saying, pay attention. Tasha Glover said a woman was just burned alive by a migrant here in New York City on the subway. Very sad, very sad, very sad. Now don't get it twisted. I'm not saying that everybody just gets to come in how they want to, when they want to, stay for the long as they want to. Of course, I'm not saying that. That is very, very not safe. And number two, our systems are only set up to hold a certain number of people. Once you reach that number, now you start creating problem for all, because resources do become limited, reduced. That's a fact. But I do believe our country is able, if they want to be, to go up there and put a plan in place on how we are going to allow people to enter the country and stop playing games, because that's what all it is. As long as they keep confusion going on and games being played, there will always be a need to send the next person to DC. It's so interesting to me, as though the concept leaves them that if we can show them that we can go up here and work together and get things done that actually make life a little bit better for the people, they're going to vote to keep you there anyway. My observation, but whatever it's worth. Well, that's what I got to say about Larry Reid. He's running. Let's just cut to the chase and call a thing a thing. He's running. He's running scared. Then when everybody said he was running scared, to show us that he wasn't running scared, he came back out and said, nah, he ain't running scared. And he giving young blood all kinds of advice. You need to represent yourself, because the court gonna work with you, gonna give you time. But you just came out and told us you wasn't going to have no more conversation with young blood. You were going to let him figure this out on your own, on his own. Now you back in it and you leading it and guide. You're going to lead and guide yourself right up on a lawsuit that you cannot win. I know you so smart, everybody else is so dumb. I know you know everything about everything and nobody knows nothing about nothing. Well, let me talk about this, Larry. I'm going to put this on the table and then I'm going to let you go. I mean, you, Larry, I'm going to let you go. I want to talk about married to medicine and then I'm going to let the people go. But this is the last thing I'm going to say. If I think of something else, I'm going to come back and do another live and we're going to talk about the new thing I thought about. But then right here, right now. Now, Larry, y'all help me, because there's other people on this live that has watched Larry to see what shenanigans he's up to. So y'all help me. I may have missed something while I've been down this last month. I remember doing a live and explaining to y'all how and why Larry and Bishop Jordan came to be. What I didn't know, and what Larry didn't tell us until just recently, is that he was being paid to convince us and influence us to start believing in Bishop Jordan again, for those of us who are already familiar with him and may have, allowed him to continue on by himself. And those of us who had never heard of Bishop Jordan, to bring us to know who he was, to fall in love with him, to believe in him, America's black prophet. Now, if I was to say I feel scammed, I'm not speaking for nobody else, I'm speaking for me. That's what I feel scammed about. That's what I feel scammed about. Now, if Larry has said before, prior to just in the last 2 or 3 weeks when he came out and told us that well, he didn't come out and tell us. He had the man who been hit in the face by a monkey. Not like the monkey hit him. Like he been hit by a monkey. Because a monkey finger got all them wrinkles and dips and things in it. And so that would explain the result of this right here after being hit in the face. What's the man's name? William McCray. Look at a monkey's hand. Look at William McCray. I'm just explaining how I believe that situation was created. You sent William McCray out here to tell us that y'all had fallen out and y'all don't deal with each other and woo, 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 why. You haven't said anything. Juju God. Juju God. St. Jane, don't you say no Lord have mercy. Don't you do it. Don't you do it, St. Jane. That is not your phrase. Prelate. What you say? My God. Yes, career goals. He came out and told us and sold us that Bishop Jordan was his spiritual father. Not that he had entered into a contract. Now, before somebody say so, hold up. Not a look at it. Go look at it. Career goals. St. James. My God. Yes. Juju said he lost another weight. That's why he looks like that. He used to be fluffy. His size, the mass, whether it's here or here, don't change this. This can go out and in. This can go out and in. But look at a monkey's hand. You know, like one of them big gorillas. Look at his hand. And when you look at here, Ray Bishop said, I used to be fluffy too. Yes, Ray. But I'm looking at your picture and that's you. Your face does not look like you've been hit in it by a monkey's hand. Sir William, yes. Miss Song, yes, Sir William. You sent Sir William out here to try to throw us off your scent, saying that y'all done fell out. Then you came out and you had to clean it up a little bit and just say that our contract was over. Well, hold on. Because a spiritual father ain't got nothing to do with no contract. You didn't have a falling out with your spiritual father. Now you have come and told us all about the falling out Manasseh had with his own daddy, your spiritual father. You done told us all about Manasseh and his falling out with T.D. Jakes. You done told us all about everybody's falling out with everybody. But you ain't gonna come on here and tell us about the falling out you done had with your own spiritual father, so we have clarity and understanding. No, you didn't. You came out here and said the contract was over. So if it was contract work, why did you sell this man to us as your spiritual father, Mr. Larry Reid? Now, if you want to talk about scamming for Jesus, that there, sir, was a scam. %, CMO. See, 80%. Yes, 80%. You got to go see the picture of Mr. Sir Williams. Yes, please. You right, Judge. Now that's a scam. Because you told me that I could lean and depend on this man, that I could trust that he was an accurate prophet because he has prophesied over you, because he is your spiritual father. That's who you give your teruma to. But then it all ended because the contract ended. Sharon, I don't know. Sir William came on and said they had a falling out. Mr. Larry Reid came on his channel and said that the contract had ended. Bishop Jordan had hired him to help reestablish him in the church community, get his seeds back up. And now that contract for that work has ended, and now all of a sudden they don't associate. They ain't speaking. They ain't together. They ain't. See, whenever there's been confusion that has popped up in Larry Reid's life, he has always been able to reach over there and bring joy. And Jordan comes in and gives some kind of word he got from somewhere to help explain why we should still support Larry in the middle of his mess. Instead of coming on, helping Larry understand that righteousness comes through truth. All of us got something hidden, covered, secrets. That's just because we human. And ain't nobody perfect. So yeah, we all got a little something we wouldn't want to fall out the closet, okay? And I'm not saying it's okay to go and dig in nobody's closet. But what I am saying is if the closet door comes open and all your mess falls out, why we going to act like the mess ain't there? It's there. We see it. Come on through, Larry. Righteousness comes through truth. And instead of Bishop Jordan coming on that screen, helping Larry work through that so that he can help the people, because Larry ain't the only one by himself that's struggling in areas and issues where he is. I just don't understand how we so wrapped up in our thing. I'm not saying come out. Some stuff people just ain't ready to come out and confess and say and address. I get it. I ain't tripping. Sometimes it ain't best for you to come out. Your job is on the line, and this is how you take care of your family. But when the door has been swung open, you weren't swinging it open, you didn't kick it open, but somebody else came through and bust the door open and put it all out there. Well, it's out there now. So you show us how you properly go through so that we can properly go through. Not hide it even more, cover it up. Don't believe your lying eyes. Believe me. Sharon says, so Judge, since we don't know, can you please do your look and look away for a long period of time? Yes, I can. Here we go. Rosalind said at the end of the day, it's all about the Benjamins and nothing less. Nothing less. Hey, Adrian. Oh, baby, I'm so sorry, but I'm glad you're here. Tasha Global said it's all about the bag. Hey, Judge, my mess ain't in the closet. It's in the sea. of forgetfulness. For I have repented. Maybe one day Larry will. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Pride goeth before destruction and a haughty spirit before a fall. Baby warned me once. I mean, warn me. Give me a warning. Don't just let it come. I'm glad to be here. I'm so sorry. Your girl got sick and was down, and then it just threw me back. I'm about caught up in everything. So we're going to get back on track. Until then, I don't listen to one word that child has to say. I believe grandma, when she say hang around anything too long, you will become like, ooh, wee. You can't listen. You can hang around it, but you can't stay around it. Hey, it's gonna run the gunner. Well, he's setting up shop there. He asking y'all to give him money for whatever he building over there. I'm thankful you feeling better. Me too. Thank you so much, Adrian. I appreciate y'all for your prayers, for your support, your love, your patience, waiting on me to get back. I appreciate y'all. Said take your time, get yourself better. We're gonna be here. So thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. I think that's why I was running. I was kind of running a little bit, trying to get back, and had a little setback. But I be missing y'all. I ain't gonna lie. So we're not gonna hear Jordan say, Larry. In this end of the year prophecy. Well, since we talking about it, he'll probably go get him now. But what he's given us thus far is that they are no more. But I find it interesting that they are there no more when this lawsuit came out, and TD made it perfectly clear, I'm going after everybody that got everything and anything to do. Uh-huh. Now, this is what I find interesting about Larry. Y'all help me. Larry got upset with the cigar blogger because he gave his platform to a young man who wanted to tell his story about Larry. But here, Larry's whole defense is that all I did was yield my platform to allow it to be used by a young man who said that it was my platform that he wanted to use. Only mine. He told me that, and I knew that, and that's all I did was gave him a platform to tell his testimony. So if that is that not what Dale Moore did? How is it okay for you to allow this man to come on your platform with no evidence, no receipts, no proof? Hell, he ain't even got a witness. A real one or a made up one. To spew all this stuff about TD. But Dale can't have a young man who says he was groomed and sexually assaulted by you come on his platform to tell his testimony about you. My Lord, TD done shook them up to break it. Baby, baby, they were only part-time lovers. When the light came, daylight came, they had to go their separate way. What a lovely night we had. I'm just asking. Y'all help me now. I'm just asking. And Brock said, Judge, you are a mess, but I'm loving this live. I'm just asking. I ain't trying to start no problem. Cigar Man went by L House with gun, though. Everything else is same. Oh. St. James. My God. Ooh. My. I didn't know that. I thought the lawsuit was about what the cigar blogger was talking about on the YouTube. I know nothing about no meetings and going to nobody's house or nothing like that. I didn't know that. Clarenda said, not part-time love. Yes. Not that ain't Stevie Wonder. Who is that? Oh, I said part-time love. I'm sorry. I meant secret. But they wasn't secret. Well, they was secret because he lied. He scammed us and told us that was his spiritual father and not that this was his client. Now, understand that when companies and businesses mess up and they go and hire PR firms, the PR firm don't come out and say, ooh, we're the PR firm. This is our work. No, they don't do that. So I get that. I'm not saying that Larry had to come out. He had a job to do. But what the PR firm does not do is come out and tell the people, ooh, we've been best friends since college. I was at her wedding. She was at mine. They don't come out and tell us that they got a personal relationship with this business, with this company, with this person. The PR firm does not do that. So if all you were a PR firm, Larry, why come out and tell us this man was your spiritual father? You sold us a story that was not based on facts or reality or truth. That makes it a scam, Larry. And one thing I know is that you're not dumb, slow, or stupid. So you understand, you get it, and you know exactly what you did, sir. But so stop getting mad because people are able to call you out for the messy mess you do. This is not soap opera. We're not on Dallas. J.I. told Sue Ellen when Sue Ellen saw him kissing that other woman. He said it wasn't me. Now, are you going to believe me or your lying eyes? That was on TV. And Sue Ellen let it go, but the viewers did not. We saw you too, J.R. Oh, Lord. What a lovely night we shared. We enjoyed your piece of work. I'm glad y'all having a good time. Yes, sir. Because I'm in good spirits. I like coming on when when I can give y'all my best. And I mean, I am in good spirits. So I am happy to be here and just enjoying you guys as much as you enjoying me. All right, I'm gonna give up and let Larry go. Okay, wait, Judge. Larry not dumb, slow, or stupid. Okay, you might be right about one of them, but the other, I don't know. Okay. That might have been stretching it. That might have been giving him just a little. Larry's a smart man. He is. He's a smart man. Here's where I think Larry is going wrong. I think Larry's going wrong because he hadn't addressed the thing with Vincent properly. Ignore is the name of the game. And as long as people keep giving him the money, he's going to keep moving. And I've said that to you. Here's the problem. That's not what my opinion, Larry, my internal instincts, Larry. I don't think that God is pleased with that, sir. See, people can easily misunderstand God. There is a feeling and a belief that because my life is great, the money is still coming in, the money is still money, baby. So things can't be as bad as you perceive them to be. God is still blessing me. Yes, he is. He still allows Saul to sit on the king's chair. He still allowed Saul to wear the king's crown. He still allowed Saul to have the king's authority. But what he did not have is God's anointing. And when the time came, he came down. And not only did he come down, but he came down in disgrace. See, you don't want to go up in righteousness and come down in disgrace. No, you're supposed to go up in righteousness and then walk away in grace. Pass away in grace. And people are able to still say wonderful things about your name even after you've been dead, long, and gone. So just because you still sitting high, don't mean you won't be coming down. And I think Larry has gotten so comfortable sitting in the king's chair, wearing the king's crown, having the king's authority, but not realizing that he's losing God's anointing. That's why you got to turn to stars and start reading the horoscopes and all this kind of stuff. Because you may be praying, but God ain't talking. Oh, God, bless your name, heaven on high. Don't y'all make me start preaching up in here, up in here. I'm telling you. How was praying and fasting and God revealing and using you without the stars and the moons and the horoscope? How was God doing that? Because that's what you said God was doing. That's how you said God was moving in you. That's how you say God was using you. But now you had to go from that to reading the horoscope. My pastor used to say it this way, Judge. God will let you preach with his hands off. He would let you lay hands on people and they get healed and his head turned. What you say? So you can get comfortable sitting in the high chair. And like a baby who needed help getting up there, figured out over time he had the strength to do it himself. Oh, good God, have mercy. And now you don't want no help. Hallelujah. But the one thing you don't see that the parent sees is that leg loose, though. Oh, God, have mercy. The leg is loose. The screw came loose. The leg loose. You can climb up there by yourself, but you may fall and hurt yourself. Now, I can help you, and we can make sure you get to the top and you there without harm. But the baby, because he can't see that the leg is weak, I can do it myself, mommy. And as he goes to climb, the chair starts leaning. But like a good God, because we know he don't know no better, got a lot of zeal, no knowledge, no wisdom. Got a lot of zeal and knowledge, no wisdom. We're going to be there to catch that chair and lean it back up. Then we're going to tell it. That's why I told you, let mama help you. See, that's a kid that is learning. He's testing his abilities. He's learning what more he can do. He got a lot of zeal, no wisdom. That's different from Larry. Larry been in this thing for a while. You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. To know and not do what's right. You're going to be whipped with a many stripes, brother. Your day coming. Your day coming. And because it hadn't come yet, what was the king? Y'all help me. What was the name of the king who got so high? He got so high in his power and who he was and his authority, till he told them folks to go into the temple and bring the glasses from the temple that was used in the holy sacred place. And he brought them glasses, and they poured wine in them, and they drank and had fun with the sacred things of God. And the Bible says the hand without a hand started writing on the wall. Who was that? Tonight, you listen, tonight the Lord requires thee. Tonight. That's right now. Who was that? Beelzebub. Joanne said Beelzebub. It wasn't Daniel. St. James said Uzziah. Beelzebub. In the book of Daniel. See, you can be running things for so long that you think you're the one who's in control. And this thing gonna go the way it's gonna go based off how you put things in play and action. And you know, Larry believes he can run a play on anybody about anything. And I'm here to tell you now, watch what I say. If Larry don't get somewhere, fall on his face and repent and tell God to help me get it together. What the signs we are seeing, it ain't never been Larry to come out here and spew a bunch of stuff and not have no receipts. All he's been doing for over a year is spewing a bunch of stuff with no receipts. People ain't fooling up with Larry. Ain't nobody running to give him the secret information anymore. People are tired. And you gotta know when to fold them and you gotta know when to hold them. Larry should have let this go. They didn't come after you after Manasseh, but you kept pushing because you couldn't get what you wanted to get through Manasseh, so you kept pushing. And now here you go with Youngblood, and you kept pushing. The first episode, nobody said a whole lot about, nobody made a whole lot of waves about it. So you came back with part 2. You said there was going to be a part 3. We ain't seen it yet, a 3 or a 4. We ain't seen it yet. You said you was going to do a whole documentary, and you put a call out for anybody who had anything. We ain't seen nothing. Where is part 3, Larry? If you haven't done anything wrong, what you did was right. Every aspect of what you said and every step you took was right. Where is part number 3, sir? Inquiring minds would like to know. Go somewhere and sit down. You know how you tell other people to go somewhere and sit down and shut up? Shut up. You remember that, Larry? That was a phrase you created. Shut all the way up. Shut up. You remember that, Larry? So if you are able to say it to others, can you listen? Can you hear it when it needs to be said to you and you got somebody saying, shut up? Go find. Will you go get on that old, what was that little thing? Y'all remember? Is at the playground. It was made out of steel. It had lead in it. It was nothing a child should be on. A big old heavy tin. it wasn't 10, it was the thing go round, you get on the bars, and somebody would push it and go around, and the other kids ride on, and we go around, and if you weren't careful, you fall off it. And if I kill yourself, break your leg. Oh God. Y'all remember that? What y'all call that thing we rode? St. James, yeah. Nebuchadnezzar. Like my pastor would say, a good message ain't good until the preacher had lived it himself. Roundabout. You get on that little thing, it was steel. It was steel. That's the word. It was steel. And it had these bars that came up that you supposed to be held on to. But sometimes there was a kid on all the bars. You didn't have none to hold on to, but you got on there anyway. Merry-go-round. Yeah. We played on the very thing that inherent in the way it was constructed to kill us. Ooh. Mm-mm-mm. We played on the very thing that inherent within itself was constructed to kill us, the lead paint. That thing would get rusty. We would get all that rust on our hands. Wouldn't wash them. That's enough. And go eat and getting all of that rust. The steel plate. They could cut your leg up. You better hold on. The very fun of what it do was to throw you off. The name of the game was, can you stay on? Oh, Lord. And it didn't get funny till you flew off. Miss Song, to you. We played on what could kill us. But somebody came along over time and realized, you know what? That's not safe. Do y'all hear me? It took a while. That was the state of that playground equipment, and it was like that for years. But somebody came along when they got a little bit more understanding, when they got a little bit more wisdom, and realized that's not safe. So for those of you who are following and listening to Larry Reid, I listen, it's not for me. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I think it is. In my opinion, if you don't want to leave, and many of you not, no matter what nobody say, you're going to stay. You're there. You're locked in. Fine. But listen to me, baby. The very thing you plan on inherently is constructed to hurt you. Listen to me tell you. I know you've been following for years. I know you've been listening to for years. I know it's been good for you and been good to you. But listen to me, sister, because some years have passed now. We've been able to see, gain some more knowledge, some more understanding, some more wisdom. And now we can stand here and tell you that ain't safe. You're not safe. Plan on that. It's not safe over there. Now y'all listen. Cause y'all say, well, Judge T, you still listen sometimes. I go over to hear what he got to say, but I don't listen to Larry Reid and anybody like I used to. And I came back and told y'all that I was back over there a little bit because it looked like he had realized that where he was going, nobody wasn't going with him, and looked like he was turning the corner and coming on back round. But after that young blood thing, this situation with Larry Reid and with Jordan, I hear what Mad Church Disease got to say now. I hear what St. James got to say now. I hear what Tasha Global got to say now. And if they say something, I'll go over there and see what he said. When I tell y'all that thing did something to my spirit with Larry Reid, it did. That was too much. That was too much. Amen, Rod. Amen. Entertainment is one thing, but I don't look for spiritual guidance influence from everyone, especially across social media. I curate my own experience without that. Amen. Amen, Mr. Bishop. Amen. But it ain't safe over there. Now I'm 20 some years into ministry, and so I can go over there and listen to a lot of that stuff. It's no different than when I listen to Jamal. If you are a fresh new saint, these are not people you need to be. These are not people you need to be listening to, because it's just they play too much with the scriptures. If you are a young Christian, find you a Bible teaching church at home. Someone who is learned, though, who got understanding of the scriptures, and not preaching to you the same thing that his preacher said about that scripture 30 years ago. He's just regurgitating an old sermon. Okay, that's not what I'm talking about. Go somewhere and learn you some Bible. And get rooted and grounded in that thing. Then you can come over here and listen. Then you can go over there. But until then, go get balance. Go get some foundation. See, Jesus stood in the midst of the enemy, and the enemy knew the word. But Jesus didn't get rattled because he was grounded in the word. He was the word. He was grounded in that thing and knew that thing. And not just from being who he was, because when he came to earth, he had to deal with and live with what it felt like being in this fleshly body. But he knew he needed the word, and he went and studied, the Bible says. So he became a learned individual and became rooted and grounded in the word. So when the enemy comes, the standard can be lifted, baby. And you won't have to worry about being tossed to and fro by every wind or doctrine. This preacher come to town and say this, and you're running over there. This preacher show up and say that, and you're running over there. No. I'm grounded. I can go and hear a word, but I'm grounded in the word, so I can eat the meat and spit out the bones and keep moving. Now, he was right about that, but I have no idea what that over there he was talking about. You hear what I say? Just because they're a preacher, just because they standing in the pulpit, just because they got a title behind their name, does not mean they are holy, sanctified, or rooted and grounded in the word. You do know you can go on the internet and buy a sermon for you to preach on Sunday. You can go on the internet and buy your Sunday school work study thing. That's what we do. We order our Sunday school books. And that's okay. Both of those things are okay. I am not saying that you cannot do that. You can. Listen, y'all. The word is the word. The word is the word. Okay? So I can hear a preacher preach a sermon that stirs me. I'm going to go home. I'm going to study. I'm going to hear what that preacher say. I'm studying what the word says because I want God to reveal and give me an understanding for me. So that when I speak to people, it comes from me, what God has given me to share to his people. And it comes in a way and in a form and in a structure that's going to be beneficial to the people that hear the word. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. It's the way you use it. Ain't nothing. We need a car to get from work to home, go from point A to point B. But if you decide to run down a group of people that's standing in a crowd, you understand? It's how you use it. Okay, Judge, you just quoted my mom saying, bless her soul in heaven. She would tell me, baby girl, you need to grow in the word until you know when to eat the fish and throw out the bone. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. 80% if all else fails, Jesus will. Jesus will, 80%. Y'all just be careful. If you're going over there, if you're going to stay over there, let the Lord lead you. Be careful. I'm just advising and letting you know, like that old merry-go-round. Time has passed. We've received more information. We've gained more knowledge and understanding and wisdom. It ain't safe over there. So at least know what you're getting into. What's that young football player, Travis Hunter, told the people on the internet? Leave me alone. I know what I got. And once he said that, shut up. I was concerned about that boy and all of this talk. And I wondered if it was going to clutter his mind and prevent him from being able to play in this bowl game this weekend. Now, the people say he didn't get on the plane and go with the rest of the team. Dion says he gonna play. We got insurance on him, so God forbid if anything were to happen, it don't even matter. We good. We got insurance. But there are people who are sold on what they believe in, and there ain't nothing you gonna say that's gonna change their mind. They in it until it becomes clear, real clear to them in the way they need it to be clear to them that this ain't the person for me. So in those situations, I just say, to God be the glory for the good thing he has done. And if he opened my eyes, he'll open yours. If you want them open. This is God general. This is good general wisdom regardless of who you apply it to. Absolutely. This ain't just with the situation with Larry Reid. This is life, y'all. I'm trying to give you something to help. Somebody asked, was Conscious TV windmilling? Go back, Miss Song, to you because I spoke about Conscious TV. All right, let me move on to Married to Medicine. Let's segue into Married to Medicine, and then we're going to let y'all go for the evening, okay? I've held y'all too long anyway. We've been here for 2 hours, but I think I can wrap this up real quick. Married to Medicine. Sunday's episode. The fight at the ranch, or the argument at the ranch. Although they say that it was uglier, Dr. Heavenly say it was uglier than what we saw. Dr. Heavenly talked most than a little bit. And Contessa decided to address it in a more, I want to make sure you hear what I said type of way. Here is the thing for me. Baby, when that scene came, I was on the floor. I was on the floor. I was on the floor. I hollered and screamed. Oh my God. I thought I was going to need an oxygen bag because them women had me rolling. Oh, when Jackie went down, I said, oh, Lord, Jackie down. I thought it was the bestest. We didn't got together and planned how we gonna make this happen scene I've ever seen in my life. I just knew it had to be. Y'all done knocked Jackie on the floor. Contessa done did a Jedi move and got away from everybody and headed to Heavenly. Heavenly said, security. Baby, that I had my life. Because I thought it had to be an understanding that this is what we're going to do. Because it can't be real. Like, it can't be, this is not real. Lord, I ain't never watched Married to Medicine, but the way you describing it, baby, I'm telling you, you got to watch it. At least watch Sunday. At least go back and watch Sunday. That was hilarious. Toya said, out of all we done been here and did, the one thing we ain't did was ate. Did you ninjas forget we came here for dinner? Ow! Contessa said, I'm taking all these buckles. You know, they was at a dude ranch and the folk, they was outside at the dinner and their little you know, you go to the fancy places and they give you little tokens and stuff. So they had these buckles on the table and after the fight, everybody was ready to go. And Contessa said, I'm taking all these buttons. That's the least I can get for this raggedy. It's dinner. I ain't got no food. I'm getting some buckles. I'm getting them all. She started taking them buckles off that table. Oh, Lord. Hilarious. Hilarious. But then two things happened. Well, one thing happened that night. At the end, they got Heavenly and put her in one of the little golf carts. Jackie did. Got her to the golf cart. Her and Jackie are sitting in the golf cart, and Jackie started crying. And Heavenly said, don't you do that right now. Don't do that, Jackie. Don't do it. Why is you doing that? And Jackie said, Heavenly, stop. And she cried for real. And I'm like, hold on a minute. Because I thought we were laughing. Jackie ain't laughing. So I waited. I was patient. Because Dr. Heavenly does her live reviews of the show on Monday. So I watched the live. So how about when I'm watching, I see that Dr. Heavenly is in her feelings for real. This is not scripted. It's not a joke. They didn't get an understanding. There was one time Dr. Heavenly said on her live that she understands the game. So if Contessa needed a storyline, needed help with her storyline, she didn't have no problem helping her. She understood if she had to be the point of it. But give me a heads up. And so that's what I assume was happening because I don't know what Contessa's storyline is. Like, I don't know why you here this season. We saw your husband, Scott, once. That was at the, what they called it? The Wicknick. Y'all remember? Back in the day in the 90s, you go to Atlanta to Freaknik. Well, a play on Freaknik, the first episode of the season to Married to Medicine was Simone Whitmore and her husband doing a party play off of Freaknik, and they called it Whitney, which was cute and it was fun. That's the first and the last time we've seen Scott. He has not filmed. At least he ain't showed up on camera. The only people they have shown Contessa filming with is her daughters and the ladies. I don't know what she's on the season for. I don't know what she's bringing outside of coming to bring the smoke to Heavenly. What you mad about, sis? You haven't talked to Heavenly in years. The last conversation, according to Heavenly, and you have not come back to say any different, that you and Heavenly had was Heavenly telling you, you out here looking stupid. If you gonna stay with this man, shut up talking about this man. And y'all ain't talking no more, ain't heard no more, and you put out talking about Heavenly was trying to ruin your marriage. How? Heavenly said, because the people were putting out, you got these doctors on Married to Medicine. Let me slow down, because I'm hearing folks say they ain't never watched it. Okay. Married to Medicine is a show with female doctors, male doctors, and their wives or husband. Okay. You got two OBGYNs on the show. That is Dr. Simone Whitmore and Dr. Jackie. I don't know what Jackie's last name is. And I barely know Whitmore only because I know it. I don't know what Jackie's last name, but we call her Dr. Jackie. Two OBGYN. There's a dentist. Her name is Dr.Heavenly. For the women, that's it. Doctors. Then we have Dr. Contessa, who is a general physician. Dr. Contessa is married to a man who is, I think, he a doctor. I don't know what Scott does. He's a doctor. Dr. Heavenly is married to a man who did emergency room medicine. He was an emergency room specialist doctor. Now he has his own pain clinic business. Dr. Jackie married a man that used to play, I think, in the NBA. His name is Curtis. Dr. Simone married a man that was in IT. He's supposed to be doing real estate, but we ain't seen him sell a home. We ain't seen Cecil show nobody no home, but this is what he's supposed to be doing. And then you have Quad Lunsford, who was married to her husband, Greg Lunsford, who was a psychologist or psychiatrist. They divorced. So his ex-wife is on the show, and his nice new young wife is on the show. So you know they trying to make some mess out of that. That's it. You have some other support. Oh no, you got Toya Bush, and she's a housewife. Quad's a housewife. Toya is married to Eugene, who is emergency room specialist doctor, but he's trying to establish and open his own practice where he give you injections. What kind of injections, Judge? Jackie Waters. Jackie Waters. Thank you so much, y'all. Jackie Waters. He give you injections like liquid IVs type stuff. You know, you didn't drink too much. I don't know what other kind of Toya trying to convince him to start giving lipo, not lipo, child. I didn't put this in my head saying lipo. Lipo is when you suck the stuff out. She want him to put the stuff in. Fillers, Botox. Bam. Do I feel like Eugene is a weak man? No. Here's Eugene. I ain't handpicked. I just been picked by the right hand. That's Eugene. 80% said Phaedra. That's right. That's right. Phaedra is on there. Phaedra don't have no man. She was supposed to have one last season, but they didn't get the proper paperwork. The man didn't sign off, so the man couldn't be on the show. Okay. Ray said he never cared for Contessa. Listen, I did. But when she fell out with Heavenly, I didn't, because I didn't understand it. Other than you made a decision. See, let me tell y'all what the problem with Heavenly and Contessa is. The problem with Heavenly and Contessa is this. Contessa told too much of her business to Heavenly. Heavenly gave too much of her personal input in those things. And then Contessa decided to stay with the man. And this is what happens. Give yourself time to gain more information, understanding, and wisdom. Moi learned, shut up. That's what you do. You shut up. I knew a couple. For whatever reason, they appreciated. Well, I didn't shuck and jive with nobody and didn't lie. I ain't saying I ain't never told no lies. I'm just saying they knew for certain situations, you ain't got to worry about this. Now, if you don't want to hear the truth, don't go ask her. Let me say that. Do you want to hear and know the truth of what her opinion is? If you do, you can go ask her. If you don't want to know, don't go over there messing with her, because she's going to tell you exactly. And that's what I did. So when they would have their little spats, they would both call and want to talk about the other to me. And I would listen. And then I would say, interesting. That's interesting. Well, it's interesting because that don't sound like him. That don't sound like him. You don't, but he pushed me down. My ankle messed up right now. He pushed me down. I said, I believe he did it, but I don't believe he did it. I don't believe the way you express those facts went like that. Like, I can believe that if this happened, he responded by doing this, and in doing this, that was a result of it. And then boom, baka, shakalaka, that's how we are. I said, now that's what I believe. And I would have to hear his side of it before I could really tell you the truth. But let me tell you this. Let's talk about you. Yes. Is the doctor who delivered the Brad and Judy babies on this show? Yes, that's Dr. Jackie. Yes, she is. Let's talk about you. And then when the other person would call and they would tell me about the other one, I would be like, well, let me do this. Let's do this. Let's talk about you. So when they would call wanting to talk about the other person to me, the only conversation we truly would have is what you are bringing to this relationship to keep it from working. I don't believe two people destroy a marriage. One person can destroy it all by themselves. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. You could be a Eugene. And that's a good man, Savannah. And Toya could be all up and down the neighborhood, sleeping with all the husbands. Because she got all this free time on her hand. And Toya's a sexy woman now. because she got all this free time on her hand. She could be doing all of that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Curtis did it. Jackie was working. The man said you work too much. And that is a thing. Wasn't paying him enough attention. So he went out and got it somewhere else. Ooh. Ooh. Adrian said one person can destroy a marriage all by themselves. I know that for a fact. Yeah. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's all the way right or anything like that. And I'm not saying that. And you can find any reason you want as a justification to support whatever you want to go out and really do. Now, me personally, I kind of feel like Curtis, I ain't justifying Curtis stepping out on Jackie. I'm just saying, I think I understand. Curtis is not the man that was upset, mad with his wife, didn't feel like his needs were being met, but he never said nothing. He just kept it to himself. She never knew there was a problem, and then he jumped out there and cheated. No, Curtis told Jackie over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. So much so that on one year, a couple of years ago, on the reunion, Jackie felt like at that point that her and Curtis was not going to make it. Curtis was not giving Jackie any time. I mean, Jackie was not giving Curtis, her husband, any time. I personally believe that Jackie was not giving Curtis any time because oh my God. What's the word y'all call it when somebody is showing you they mad without telling you they mad? Passive aggressive. Jackie was being passive aggressive with Curtis because Jackie wanted a baby. That's the one thing she wants in life that God did not allow her to be able to have naturally because he gave her cancer, and the chemo and everything killed her ability to have a baby. Jackie wanted a baby so bad she was willing to adopt. Curtis wasn't having it, didn't want to talk about it because it ain't gonna happen. And I believe that Jackie was a little passive aggressive with Curtis. You don't want to be in and compromise with me on a baby? Heavenly told Jackie way back that if she didn't cut back on her hours, Curtis would step out. And he did. Jackie wanted to adopt the baby. He said no. And he did. I think she was filling a void. And I do agree. Right. Why did he say no? Because I think he's a little older than Jackie, but he was in retirement mode. Curtis wants to go where he wants to go when he feels like he wants to get up and leave and move, go on vacation or whatever the case may be. He wants to do it. He's in retirement mode. He don't want to start over with raising a baby. And I understand that. But a woman that is having an internal thing about a baby, brother, you just can't tell that woman no and think that it's just going to be, she's fixing to just skip across the country with you. That's not how that works. Compromise. Let's do something. Let's figure out something where you can get what you want, she can get what she wants. Now, Curtis made a point. Curtis was like, how are we gonna, one of the reasons why he didn't want to, because he felt like that baby was gonna fall on him. You are not here for me. You don't make exceptions for me. You don't consider me. You don't think about me. You ain't trying to spend no time with me. What you gonna do with a baby? I'm the one who's gonna be here with the baby because you're gonna be talking about you can't change a diaper because you got to go and chart. And he's like, I don't want to do that. And at that time, with the way it appeared Jackie was living her life, it might have been. I don't think so much because I believe Jackie got the money. So if Jackie needed help, she would just get her a nanny. But I think Jackie would have made time for that baby. And I think Jackie resented Curtis, and her resentment to Curtis was in, I don't have time. I'm going to stay at this office for as long as I can till I can't stay no more. And then when I come home, I still got stuff to do. So you can go to sleep. He already has a child, and she didn't have anything forward to come home to. I think Jackie lacks certain feminine wiles because the average woman would have gotten that baby. Jackie didn't know how to go in there, go in the bedroom and come out with what she wanted. Yes. I forgot he had kids. He has a daughter, I think. I don't know how many. I think he has one daughter. At least a daughter. However, she may have been doing that because of she was upset that he would not compromise about the baby. That's my point exactly. That's what I think he was doing. So let me say this. Now that I know that this was not planned, I don't like it. I don't like it. And y'all about to turn me off, and I love y'all ladies. I love y'all. Like Jackie, I'm about to call Dr. Jackie. I'm about to call your office now. We have OBGYNs here in Mississippi. We have them. They're here. They exist. I'm having a hard time finding one that care about their patients like I see you and hear you care about yours. And I need a caring OBGYN. I'm older now. I got some things happening and going on. I'm telling y'all, something is happening. And the best guess that I got right now is menopause. Because nobody has been able to explain what the devil is happening, what's going on. And all they want to do is just throw a pill at it. Well, the pill really ain't fixing what's happening. I'm expressing it as best I can. I'm not expressing it right, clearly, or something. So I need somebody who can speak. Jackie, you from Mississippi? So I think I need you. And if you don't have time because everybody's OBGYN in Atlanta. Do you know an OBGYN down here in Mississippi you can recommend? Because I'm about to not go to now that you don't recommend. So this is what I'm going to need. I'm going to need y'all to stop with the foolishness around Dr. Jackie, because you mess around and hurt her, and she can't, right when I think I have figured out the answer to my problems and who can help me, and y'all want to go and take her out. Jackie is skinny, and she older. When she falls, she could break a hip, and we don't heal like we used to heal. Jackie's not as young as y'all make her sound. I ain't making her sound young. That's what I'm just saying now. Ignomatic E said hormone imbalance is real. I'm down to that. I'm down. That's the last. I don't know. I've been talking to Jesus, and I said, Lord, I don't know what is going on, but this ain't right, and it ain't me. I've gone over here, I've gone over there, I done took that. if you don't help me, I swear for God, if you don't help me find some peace in this situation, ooh, you putting a lot of folks' lives in danger. Oh, if you don't bring me some resolution, oh Lord, things about to get strange up in here. Just peeking out from church clerking in the back. But see, that situation was a catch-22. He could say, I already am not getting any time without a baby because it's already not enough. Amen. Amen. Amen, Deanne. Amen. Thank you for your church work. She could argue she only wanted a man for a baby, so he loses either way. Oh, Lord. Juju said, Judge, that menopause is something. Come to Atlanta and see my OBGYN. She is Dr. Julian Burt. Okay, Juju, thank you. Let me write this down. See, y'all think I'm playing. I ain't playing. I got to get some help, y'all. I don't want to be 80 and then somebody run around and tell me, girl, all you needed was a little hormone here, a little hormone there, and you've been back to normal. And I done missed all this time. Part of me getting back from that surgery, it's just been a slow process. It's been rough trying to get the energy to. But I'm gonna tell y'all about it. I'm gonna reach out to these OBGYN and somebody gonna tell the Lord is gonna use them. Okay, I feel this summer after a pit bull came running out at me and my kids, my back still ain't right. Let me tell you something. When I was in my 20s, I could get hurt all the time. Give me a few weeks, I'm back. We good. Baby, I get hurt now, I got to go out on family leave. Ooh, you mess around and reach up in that cabinet for some salt and you've been and throwed your whole back out. You've been and pulled something that you didn't even know existed in your body. Oh, God, what is that and why? Where did it come from? When was that there? Ninja, you better put a plan in place before you go to reach up in that cabinet. You can't reach up in that cabinet in your 40s. Well, I won't say 40. You sure can't reach up in there in your 50s just as easy as you could in your 30s. The devil is a lie. Baby, I got to pray before I get out the bed to go to the bathroom. Jesus. Ooh, Tasha says she take herb. Tasha, shoot me an email. What you taking? You know when people is in dire straits and need help, they don't just tell me what you got, where I can go get it. Baby, when you've been searching for an answer, you don't care. Just tell me what it is and where to go get it. Oh. Oh, wait a minute, Lexus. Oh, you getting put out the church. I think God will heal you when you stop listening. Come on, deacons. Lexus gotta go. She gotta go. I remember listening to Judge Judy. She said her doctor told her the secret to living a good long life when you get old, do not fall. Baby, they didn't run around there Contessa around there doing a metrics move and what's the man? Wash on, wash off. Move, and then knock Jackie down on the ground. What? Oh, Jesus. I don't think they were on concrete, though. I think they was on the sand. Mm-hmm. It might have been what Jackie was on that car over there crying about because she was hurt. That ain't funny. That ain't funny. That ain't funny. That's not funny. Oh, Kevin Moore, yes. Oh God, I went to church, found me some little heels that I wasn't supposed to be in them. Let me say that. Can I be honest? Be honest. I wasn't supposed to be in them, but ooh, they were cute and they matched my outfit, baby. And I could get my foot in them and I could walk in them and they were not hurting and I ain't had no problem. And then I had the unmitigated gall to go to church and call myself enjoying myself and got in the spirit and got to shouting around there. And I done jumped and shouted and did a whole bunch of things and gave God all the praise. And then the next day, my foot was hurt. My foot hurt so bad for so long that I made the doctor give me an MRI. We took an x-ray first because I knew it was broke. I'm like, no, I didn't broke it. They don't see nothing. Let's do an MRI. It won't heal. I know it's a hairline fracture. Baby, I met with my doctor to get my results. My doctor called out every type of foot injury known to man except for a break. Except for a break. Every known foot injury known to man. Every injury that I had caused to this foot. Way back when I was a wee little girl playing basketball, baseball, softball, volleyball. Every injury I reactivated. Can you imagine? Can you imagine every injury I had ever caused to this foot? The man said, you have a son, you reactivated a son. It's an old injury. Yeah, is it? And there's an old injury for, and he called that name out. I'm like, oh, that would be somewhat of the ankle of a situation. And once he made it to about the fourth or fifth one, I said, well, let me ask you something, Doc. Is it broke? He said, no. Just a whole bunch of old injuries that seem that you have reactivated. So what do I do? The man told me to stay off it. This is the only thing you can do. Put it in the boot. You have a boot. Wear the boot. Let's do it for about 6 weeks. Get the foot time to heal, and then we'll go from there. We don't heal like we used to. Ray said, talk. I'm 36. and strained from putting together Christmas gifts. Baby, you just wait. You just wait to 50. Let me tell you something. My eyes did something that I never knew it would do. When I hit 40, when I hit 35, there was a little change in my eyesight. When I hit 40, I noticed a change in my eyesight. When I hit 45, I had a little change in my eyesight. When I hit 50, no, I noticed there's been a change in my eyesight. Tangela, I don't even want to go to sleep because I don't understand it. I am cold, baby. I am high and cold at the same time. There's no way I can sleep without my fan. I got an air fan that's right by the bed. I turn it on and off all night. It's just a reach over. Oh God, throw the covers off. Now cold, turn that off. Throw the covers back on. Then it's oh God, turn that on. Throw the covers off. If somebody don't get a menopausal ministry together, I'm telling you, I need somebody to get a menopausal ministry together. Amen. All churches have, other ministries among it. Now, which pastor can I put over the menopause ministry? Because we need one. Kevin said, I can identify with you, though. Vapor rub. I don't understand, Tangent. Why I'm going to put vapor rub on? I'm already hot. Oh. Juju says my right knee and I'm rubbing ointment on it. Mess happens all the time. You can reach for nothing, step on nothing, and you have to have a strategy for getting out of bed. You better get you one. Just think you finna get up and just roll out your bed. Tasha said, but I feel younger than ever. Demon! Oh, Lord. I'm playing. I'm just playing. Tasha, I'm just playing with you. I'm having fun. You see her sitting up here talking about our war stories, and then she want to pop in talking about it. I'm feeling great. If that ain't the devil. Oh God. Y'all are cracking me. Boy, I hope y'all had a good time, because I'm telling you, I have had a wonderful time. Oh my God. Y'all are funny. Let's see now. Hold on. She said, have you tried black cohort herbs? I ain't never heard of it, so I know I ain't tried it. Black cohort herb. Tasha, I know you feeling good because you over there giving Larry the blues. She come over there just be so happy and excited to tell it. And you know she done hit Larry all upside the head. Cause Larry can't come out with nothing. Talking about, I don't think she's well. You don't think she's well? But she ain't lied. Rosalind West did get indicted. Rosalind West is the financial person that you brought over in your Patreons and sold to those people and told them that they could trust her with their money. And she caused it to go down the drain. And you did not come back in front of your people and apologize for having brought that charlatan in front of them in the first place. You didn't say nothing to them about trying to make their financial situation right, leveled, or anything, because you know that the people depending on you, they trusted you, Larry. They wasn't trusting Rosalind Weems. They were trusting you, that you would vet and bring in front of them someone who knew what they were talking about. But you didn't, because it was a money grab. And if it wasn't a money grab, you'd have did the right thing by your people and told them the truth, that they had been scammed and you had been scammed. But we didn't hear nothing about this until Tasha Global jumped out and told us about Rosalind Weems being indicted, because we didn't hear it from you. Kevin said, please don't fall. You can't afford to. Kevin, I can't. Kevin, I can't. If I fall, I'm going to have to do it the old way, the old school way. Ooh, ooh, yeah, oh, ooh. Fall on it. You know, the old way. It took, listen, when the next episode came on the show, the folk was still falling. That's the kind of fall I got to do. The one that never comes to fruition. Hey, Judge, how much does it cost to get back in the church? I'll sit in the back. It don't cost nothing to go. You still go in church for free. Now, they ain't going to let you come to the front row because those are reserved. But you still come on back. Yeah, child, I put them on. I wasn't supposed to, but I did. No, Rod, that's why I thought the foot was broke, because it wasn't the toe. The toe is what I had surgery on, and why the woman said I couldn't be in the heel, but it was, the flat part right at the top of the foot, that flat part, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, Lord. Yes, indeed. You never can forget. I'm going to tell you now, when you're young and your body's in good shape and you ain't got all these problems, that's how it's easy to kind of forget about God, because everything is going well and you're moving. Baby, you get a little older, if nothing, that the fact that your body changes will help keep you reminded there is a God. Oh, yes, he exists. Okay, Judge, I got to tell you what my pastor would say to that. That ghost you had was not holy. No, baby. It was holy. It was a good time had by all. I'm telling you the truth. I felt good. I hadn't shouted in a minute. I mean, it felt good. I got in it. Baby. It's fine now. I did what the doctor told me to do. Get this foot in the boot. Please. And if I'm not in the boot, I try to wear a tennis shoe or some type of shoe with a soft sole that got cushion in it. Holy Spirit swept me off my feet post-surgery. I was back in the hospital Sunday night. That's all I'm saying. I mean, that's kind of, I think, how you know it is the Holy Ghost, because you feel no pain. You in the spirit, man. And glad you there. Because it ain't as easy as it used to be to get in the spirit. You got to get the right word or get somebody that has the spirit when they're singing a song. Because folks sing now, it's just talent. Oh, this good singer. But there was a day, baby, when the people sung the song because they knew it for themselves. Oh, Lord. And they were singing themselves happy and singing themselves delivered, and doggone it, you feeling happy and delivered. Come on, Jesus, and get me too. Oh, yes. Work it out, Jesus. Black Kohaj. A multivitamin disclaimer. I'm not a doctor. I know you ain't no doctor, Dr. Glow. You told me it's a vitamin. And what I tell you, when folk is hurting, when folks is sick and been hurting and sick for a long time, they don't care. If you say you take it and it's working for you, let me try. What I'm trying ain't working now. Sure. Can't do nothing. Maybe go to the bathroom, then I'll stop taking it and we'll keep moving. But thank you, Tasha. I appreciate you, baby. Thank you so much. Yeah, I appreciate you. I know you ain't no doctor. I ain't finna sue you, none no mess like that. Ain't gonna worry about none of that. I'm asking for it. Give it to me. I've been taking my daughter on college tours, and baby, it takes me a week to recover. Baby, you got something on your hands. I am not looking forward to it. But mine is gonna be simple. My son has made up his mind. He wants to go to Mississippi State. And I made up mine. He's going to Alcorn. And I told him, if Mississippi State pay you to come, you can go. But if I have to write a check, you going to Alcorn. So we good. I'm gonna take him to a few other schools, but I don't think my baby gonna be able to go far from me. We're gonna see. We got a few more years for him to develop, but right now, Ray said, me and Jesus tested the limit of those stitches. I had stayed. I remember when I had surgery on my toe, I came home and they gave me this little scooter. And baby, I was on that scooter. Oh, I was riding. I was feeling good too. Didn't have no pain. All was good. I'm messing around. I'm having a good time, baby. Before I know anything, down she goes. I had flipped that thing over. Oh, Lord Jesus. I said, oh, God, I got to go back. I watched that foot. No new blood didn't come or nothing like that. I told the doctor. I just took my pill, child, and went and sat down. That's what I did. I sat down. But, you got to learn. And then get mad when we tell the children to go sit down and they say, I got to learn, Mom. Judge, I have to tell you, I can't remember the last time I laughed this hard. You know the Bible says laughter is better than medicine. Keep laughing. Amen. I'm glad y'all had a good time, because I did. Deanne said the spirit was willing, but the flesh was weak. Why I stay in my flats, child. I'm going to stay in some. I'm going to get me some. I'm just being rebellious. I'm just being rebellious. And this is the thing about rebellion. It don't work for you. You can try to force and make a thing be what you want it to be. It don't work for you. Might well just do what you need to do. What you're supposed to do. That's it. Look at right. Y'all better listen at the doctor. Sit down somewhere. Right. Then when can't wear cute shoes and doggone shoe can't jump and shout. Baby, I'm gonna figure out something. I'm gonna go on and get into the flats. I'm gonna get into them. 2025, I'm going to accept my limitations and be okay with them. That's what I'm gonna do. What is good? Say, wait a minute, Judge. The gospel song saying a change has come over me. Are you telling me that's not a good change? You silly, man. Nicola said, Judge, did you talk about Mom and why I need to sit down somewhere? I did not, only because I just heard about it today and I had not had an opportunity to get a little bit more information about it. But, I mean, it sounds like to me Marvin is having the problem that most older pastors have, and that's the ability to let go. You are fighting, trying to build a larger edifice in a time when people don't have money flowing like they used to have it, and their approach to ministries is not the same as it was. People would much rather take their 10% and sow it into someone's life that they can see and know is being blessed by it, and keep it to themselves and keep walking, than to keep throwing 10% into a building. And you're killing yourself to get this built. I don't know, brother. But I understand what it feels like to have a vision that you believe God gave you, and to feel like you're not going to be able to complete it before you leave here. It hits different, y'all. It hits different. But that's the church deacons. The church deacons, or whoever is the administrative setup of the church, and that's if they have one, because, well, he got a large church, so I'm sure he has a board. But that's the board needs to do that. The board needs to do that. I want the Lord to keep me humble to the point, keep me humbled to the point that I can see that it's time to go, and I can go on a high note. I want to go where the people are giving me a standing ovation because I've served well. I don't want to leave and you get, because folks been ready for you to go. They weren't going to move you as long as you were there. But baby, they've been waiting on you to go. Brandon! Go watch them dogs for their last time. Okay, my soapbox says every 5 years your body changes, and not for the better. Yes, indeed. Tangela said menopause in ministry. No, Tangela, we need a preacher over the. We need one. The Bible says that the old women of the church is supposed to be helping the young women of the church. I ain't got nobody that's talking to me about this stage of life at my church. Do y'all hear me? It's up here, Brandon. You used it for my iPad. Thank you so much. I'm sorry. Just give her the card. You in the bed sleep. What time is it? Oh Lord, I done been up. Yeah, this is fine. Just take that card and take it in there. You got to get the charge port. But there was no charge port. Okay, all right. Well, there you go. Go on. Go on back to bed. Don't worry about what I said, because you in that face. Oh, Jesus. Children, 14 years old, baby. 14 years. Oh! Adrian said, menopause ministry taking applications. All right. Hooey. Vapor rub, knock out joint pain. Vapor rub, knock out joint pain. All right. Y'all helping now. Please, I would join the menopause ministry. I need a woman tried to understand what I'm going through. That's all I'm saying. See, I'm the preacher, and I see the needs of the people. I see the needs of the people. The Lord will let me go through so that I can know the needs of the people. We need a menopause ministry. I'm on y'all. Wait, y'all. hold on. I got something for you. I am 50 and I'm joining kick. What? If I got up and made it to the kickboxing place facility, and the man asked me, pick your leg up. Baby, I'm gonna have to pull out my laptop and go to ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT, what is the plan for getting my leg up off this ground and kicking that thing right there? I'm gonna need to know what the percentages are that I'm gonna be able to do that and not end up in the ER before I do that. I ain't messing with y'all. There's some exercise you can do for those eye muscles to help. They get weaker with age, but you can rebuild them. Okay, but listen, what y'all telling me is to get up off your and be active, Judge. Okay. One of them CCs who OPs in person. Now, who is a CC and an OP? What's a CC? CC horse OP in person. Who is a CC horse and who's an OP? Am I saying that right? Black Cotton Herb will have to check them out. They could say Black Cotton. Where's y'all getting all these words from? Because I didn't hear 3 different things. But ain't nothing that a Google search won't fix. Caller say, yeah, you got to take your vitamins to rumble with AA8 and his assistant. Oh, God. Y'all funny. Still, Tasha be shaking the table, baby. We don't know nothing else. We know that Larry is a lie. Scam for Jesus. You're going to lose your soul. Nicola, balcony and back seats are free, but don't do too much. $4 to shout, $5 to dance, and $6 to sing, and 888 for your new beginning. Oh, Lord. Yes, Judge. My pastor used to say often, I don't care where you are in life. We all have this in common. Either you will get old or you're going to die young. Take your pick. And I picked longevity, baby. Every day, all day. I picked longevity. All right, y'all. We've been here way too long. It is time to go. Listen, it is my hope. I wish that you guys would, if you don't mind, y'all have enjoyed yourself and had a good time. Anything that I said was alleged. This was entertainment only. If you haven't done it coming in on your way out, hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button. Y'all know we kind of paused on 8,000. We're trying to get to 10. So I'm coming in and I'm putting in the work. Y'all help me get there, okay? And if you want to sow any seeds to the ministry, this is the Cash App. My Money Matters. My email is aliciathomas@gmail.com. If you want to send me any information, you got any questions you want me to ask, we'll be glad to try to do whatever we can do. All right. Everybody know I do not provide legal advice. If we talked about anything legal, consult your own attorney. This was for entertainment purposes only. Okay. I didn't say too much that needed an alleged too much. But just to cover our bases. Listen, happy new year to everybody. But I'm gonna see y'all before the new year. And we're gonna do us another live before the new year is going out. Let me say this on my way out for everybody. Thank you, Inspired. Thank you, Inspired. Thank you, Inspired. Let me say this. I don't like, now that I know that what happened on Married to Medicine was not created, I don't like it. You all are professionals. And what I do not like is when we get a good, clean, healthy show positive lives of African Americans, families, and couples. When we see that, right, which is rare, it lasts for a little while, a few years, but it never fails that TV is going to come for those positive relationships and do everything they know how to do to tear it down for entertainment purposes. And I'm telling you, Dr. Jackie, Dr. Simone, I'm telling you, Dr. Heavenly, Dr. Contessa, I'm telling you, Dr. Eugene, Dr. Daddy, Dr. Who else? That's everybody. Eugene, Dr. G, Greg, Dr. Lunsford. I'm telling you all, do not, for the sake of money, allow these folks to take y'all down the proverbial path of love and hip hop. You all don't have to fight in the streets like y'all ain't got no common sense and don't have nothing going on for you all, because you do. You all are smart, intelligent, professional Black women. Do not allow this TV production mess to make you think that this is something you have to do, because you don't. And if the show got to go, let it go. But this right here that y'all gave on Sunday, if that mess was not scripted, stop it. Let it be the first, let it be the only, and let it be the last. Contessa, go somewhere and get you a real storyline and stop trying to ride this storyline with Heavenly about her trying to destroy your family. Heavenly ain't tried to destroy nothing. What Heavenly told you to do was make up your mind if you wanted to stay with your husband or not. If you don't want to stay, get yourself together, get prepared, get positioned, and get out. If you do want to stay, then what you putting out here on TV is making you look stupid, because you got the man on TV showing that he playing with you emotionally. 1 minute he is going to therapy, the next minute he ain't. 1 minute he got a female therapist, the next time it's a male. Oh, did I tell you it was a female? The man was on TV playing emotional and mental gymnastics with you. And we all thought that you were being emotionally abused. But baby, we thought he was tapping. And Heavenly cleared that up for you so that the people would not think that you were at home getting your tail whooped. And all she said was yes, mentally, emotionally. We saw that on TV, Dr. Contessa. So for you to make like, oh my God, the sky is falling because Heavenly said that. No, it doesn't make sense. And although 1 + 1 don't equal 2, 1 + 1 don't equal 2 in this situation because it makes no sense. Stop, guys. Stop. Don't make these folks make y'all look like y'all ain't no more than a what was Stevie J's girlfriend? Because he didn't marry nobody. His baby mamas. What was them girls' name? Jocelyn. Jocelyn, the Puerto Rican princess. Stevie. I'm not taking this no more, Stevie. That's not y'all life. Stop. It was not. I thought it was hilarious. I laughed and enjoyed it. When I realized y'all were not, this ain't what we do. And shout out to Akeisha Cologne by way of Jackson, Mississippi. Shout out to Akeisha, who understands the assignment. This ain't my life. And I'm not going to allow you to use this to destroy the life I have. Not for your entertainment and my destruction. Ooh, shout out to Akeisha. Lexi says, even if it was scripted, stop it. Scott been cheating for years and ain't gonna stop. I know this. It was obvious that he playing games. I can't say he cheating, but it's obvious he plays these mental games with his wife. That's obvious. Now, you done got up on that stage at the reunion where you had an opportunity to tell us what you wanted us to know, where we could hear it from your chest, but you didn't. You sat up there and told Heavenly and Quad to tell the folks. You used them to tell us that the man wasn't treating you right and that you were going to file for divorce, even though you ain't did nothing. You weren't going to file for nothing. You playing just as many games as he is. That's it. Now stop. Get a new storyline. Hell, truth be told, your storyline could be that the man is cheating for real and that y'all gonna work out your marriage for real. Or that you're going through a divorce. Look at all the other folk that done went through a divorce on the show. Quad done went through one. Got her a nice chocolate thing. He's chocolate and nice. Mm-hmm. Nicola said, I thought Contessa was a lesbian. First season. I did too. I did too. Made me start thinking. Nice looking, nice body, educated, smart. Like, dang. I thought that's what the men say they're looking for in a woman. And you got it and don't want it. Interesting. Okay, Judge. When you talking about Quad, man, my response to that is, you better bless God. He's chocolate. Nice chocolate. Yeah, he is. Mm-hmm. I just like pretty people. That's all. Just pretty people. If you black, white, male, female, if you are beautiful in my eyesight, you just a beautiful person. I can't get mad. And I sure try my hardest not to be jealous. God made you and God made me. And who he made for me is for me, and who he made for you is for you. So I can look, I can admire, I can do whatever. But when the Lord sends me mine, it'll be for me. We'll be good. And I'm going to let you keep yours, and we're going to be fine, and we can be good. Because listen, I don't know that man. I made the little thing I made about Contessa. I don't know Contessa. We don't know what these folks act like when they behind scene. But Quad Man can come on over here and buy me a Rolls Royce if he wants to. I will take it. Yes, I will. Mm-hmm. He owns an exclusive car dealership, so he can get them. I want one. And unlike Heavenly Quad, who has a private conversation with you and come out on Front Street and tell it, I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that, Quad. Quad man is fine as all get out. Yes, he is. Yes, he is, Jesus. This is the thing we all have to understand. There are only so many ways to get to what Satan wants us to think we need as Black women, which is why we have recognized God made us enough. Need to get back up on the auction block to titillate the lowest instincts of the worldlings. We just have to know God will elevate us in due time. Humble thyself under the mighty hand of God, and he will exalt you in due season. Be blessed, my people. I love you guys. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have stayed here and hung out with me this long. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I hope that we have had a good time, because God in heaven knows I've had one wonderful time. So y'all, please hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button. Let everybody know that if they need to see a live, this is the live they need to see. And the way to help me get there is to get the likes up, get the shares up, get the subscription up. Kevin Moore, thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you to high heaven. God bless you, and thank you. Thank you for the super sticker, brother. I appreciate you, my guy. I appreciate you so much. Nobody has to do anything for you, and I don't care if you give 99 cents. It is a blessing, and I want you to know I'm appreciative of it. Thank you for the seed that you've sown into the ministry. We're going to use it, put it back into the channel, put it back into the community to help support our community. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a blessed, what you say? Lexa said, my stomach hurt now, Judge, but it's because I've been laughing for over 2 hours. Well, that means you had a good time. Good. Great. Kevin says, great being here with you my first time. Well, God bless you, Kevin. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you for taking the time to hang out with us in an area and with someone that you really didn't know. And I'm so glad you enjoyed yourself. I appreciate you so much. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night. I love you so much. Down in the comments, if you got anything else you want to say, go down in the comments. I'm going to start working on responding to them between tomorrow and Sunday, okay? God bless you, everybody. Y'all have a wonderful night. Be blessed, and know that your YouTube pastor loves you, and there ain't nothing you can do about it. Happy New Year, but I will see you all. I promise you, before the new year comes, I'll be here. Bye-bye.